Daytime baseball here on MLB Network. Opening day is here as we get the new season underway with a good matchup between the Colorado Rockies and the San Diego Padres. Over the offseason, this organization embraced a new look, hoping maybe that can change the course of the franchise. For more, let's turn to Heidi Watney.
Now you can see the new look for this team all over town as fans have been streaming to the team store to pick up some fresh gear. And it's not just the fans who are excited about the new look. Several players proudly sent out photos of their new unis on social media earlier today. Now that the cosmetic changes are done, we'll see if it translates to great play on the field.
The game's count starting now. Opening day on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Chris Paddock gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, we're looking at a guy that knows how to pitch. Last year, his ERA was just under 3.5 for the season, and I would imagine going into the offseason, he's looking to better that, and hopefully he gets off to a good start. And we'll see if that starts in this one today.
Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side.
First pitch, 110.
Here's the 0-1.
1-1.
Blackman, or Chuck Nasty as he's commonly referred to. He was taken in the second round during the 2008 draft.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
The 1-2. Lifted the other way out to left center. Pham arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first down.
Batting second, the second baseman, number 1.
Striding in for the Rockies, Garrett Hampson. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Now the pitch. Curveball looked at here for strike one. The temperature here at first pitch, a very seasonal 63 degrees this afternoon. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Mike Fillmore.
Hey, you know, D-Roll, Mike Fillmore, he'll give a little bit off the edges, but he gets the respect not only from the pitchers, but from the players because his zone is consistent.
Yeah, as long as he's consistent, Dan, I'm okay with Mike Fillmore's zone. If a pitcher's pounding that zone, he wants to give a little bit off the outer edge, I'm okay with that.
Just inside, not by much. It's 2-2.
Wow, kind of an interesting pitch call there. The batter flailed at the pitch away on the previous one, so you'd think you'd go right back there, but instead they decided to come in. Make him prove he can adjust before you do.
And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Bases are empty, one man out. Down the left field line and deep. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Another 2-2 offering. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are two gone.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
At the plate now, Todd Helton. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. Two balls and no strikes. The 2-0 on the way. Outside, 3-0 now.
I'd be shocked if this wasn't a 4-pitch walk right here. He doesn't want to mess around and leave something over the heart of the plate and get beat in this situation.
On the screws to shortstop, but caught to retire the side. So a relatively routine start for the top of the first here. And now the Friars will get their first chance, no score. German Marquez is on the mound for the season opener on the road in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
This ought to be interesting to see how this guy bounces back from last year when he had an ERA over 4. I know his team is expecting better things from him this year, and we'll see if he can continue to get a little bit better, limit the number of walks, and also limit the number of hits per 9 innings.
Into the box now, Tommy Pham. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. Fouled off.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Hot shot to third and handled for the first out.
Batting second, not shortstop, Fernando Tatis Jr.
Up next is Fernando Tatis Jr. Previous history with German Marquez. He's 0 for 4. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a ball 1-0. 1 out, nobody on. When he finds his spot there, 1-1. Tatis is a guy that can really pick him up and put him down, if you will. He's a plus runner and really uses speed to his advantage in multiple ways on the field.
Yeah, and it works for him. It works for him in a lot of ways, like you said, Matty. Hits the ball on the ground. He has the potential to beat it out. I can't tell you what this does for an infield or an outfield defense to be put on their toes and have to make plays against this guy.
Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. And another foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Line to second where it's caught there for out number 2.
Batting third, the right fielder, Tony Gwynn.
Digging in now for San Diego, Tony Gwynn. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. And the pitch. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And it's a ball and 2 strikes to Tony Gwynn. Hit back up the middle. Story scoops it up. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. An inning in the books. Scoreless on MLB Network. In now for Colorado, Dante Bichette. He'll get us started in the top of the second. First delivery to him on the way. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
Taking all the way, and it's 3-1 now. And that is in there at the letters to run it full. 3-2. Now the payoff pitch home. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Right fielder giving chase, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
That is fifth. The third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Digging in, Nolan Arenado, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Pitch on the way. And here's a fastball called for strike one. Arenado, a California native, actually. He's in the midst of his 8th major league season. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole. 0-2 now.
Every time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive.
Hey, you guys know me. Hitting's a process of elimination, and I'm eliminating a changeup this next pitch. I'm on everything else.
A great pitch there, as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out.
Oh, I love watching a pitcher that can run a good hard fastball in on a guy's hands and completely lock him up. That's such a tough pitch to do anything with. If you can locate your fastball there consistently, you're going to have a lot of success as a pitcher.
David Dahl to the plate now, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. The windup and the 0-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And he fouls this one off. No score here as we play inning number 2. Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fastball just missed above the zone. Trevor Story would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Now he drops a changeup on him. Strike 3 called, and a great pitch there to retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Rockies. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Last half of the second set to go, and next it'll be the fleet-footed first baseman, Ryan Klesko.
First baseman, Ryan.
Now the pitch.
Klesko.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. Hit out towards second. And quickly there's one down to lead off the frame.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Eric Hosmer.
So here's the Padres DH, Eric Hosmer. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Skied into very shallow right. The shed is there. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, Manny Machado.
And in steps Manny Machado. Here's the first pitch to him.
Ball, that's out.
A ball and a strike.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Hit in the air out to center field. Center fielder giving chase. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. We'll move to the third with no score. And that brings in the power hitting shortstop Trevor Story. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Now the pitch. Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball 1.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
And that one misses upstairs, 2-0. Two balls and a strike now. And this is on the inside edge, perhaps off the inside edge, but it's a called strike. 2-2 now. And the pitch. Hard ground ball to third. And there's the first hit of the game for Colorado.
Hey, I can't imagine that's a pitch he was looking for right there. But he did his best to keep his nose in there and drive that changeup for a base hit.
To the plate now, Sam Hilliard. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Now the 1-0 is taken for ball 2. Hilliard stands in at an impressive 6'5", swings and throws left-handed. He was selected in the 15th round back in the 2015 MLB draft.
Hey, this guy's got a chance to be an absolute steal. Being drafted where he was, there are definite signs that he has a chance to make an impact at the big league level.
No doubt about this one. It's in there. 3-1.
Stealing that strike on 3-0 was important, but you don't want to miss over the heart of the plate in this situation. I gotta believe he's going to be way more aggressive right here.
He's set. Here's the 3-1. Fouled away. Story on at first, nobody out. That misses. So a single and a walk, and it's first and second with nobody out.
Wow, if that's not a strike, I don't know what is. I know these subs have a tough job. I get it. We'll see if he gets the next borderline call or if there are any makeup calls coming up.
Coming to the plate now, Dom Nunez, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. First pitch on its way. Fastball just misses. That's ball one. First and second here with nobody out. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot he's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. And he has a cut at that one, but misses 2-1. Two and two to the Colorado catcher.
Great job on those last 2 pitches of varying speeds. Gave him a hard fastball, and then he locked him up with a changeup.
Ready with the 2-2. Full count now, 3-2.
I don't think he can afford another base runner here, so whatever pitch he feels best about, whichever one he feels most comfortable with, that's the one I expect him to turn to.
None out, runners at first and second. Fastball, strike 3 called on the outside corner, and a pretty generous corner at that, as that's the first down of the inning.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Charlie Blackmon comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Two balls, no strikes. The count to the Rockies' designated hitter. Third inning, no score to this point. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Well, nothing can make you question yourself on that mound more than 3 straight balls to a guy you know that you should go right after. Sometimes you just lose the strike zone and you don't know why.
3-0 pitch. Lifted the other way to left center. Left fielder is on the move. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, number 1.
And that'll bring in Garrett Hampson. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike 1. Behind 0-2 now. Hampson is just shy of 6 feet at 5'11", a right-handed batter and thrower. He's in his 3rd season as a major league player. Now a fastball here that'll wisely lay off, and it's 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 2 left for Colorado. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Next to the plate for the Padres, Benito Santiago. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. First delivery to him on the way. Hard hit ball to short. Story picks it up. And there's one away.
Batting in, the center fielder, Will Myers.
So here's Will Myers. Here comes the first pitch. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball one. Two balls and no strikes to the Padres center fielder.
It's never advantageous to fall behind 2-0 as a pitcher, but if you're going to do it, it's far better to do it with a guy down in the bottom of the order. Time for a challenge fastball right here, though.
And wow, that looked to be well inside, but it's a called strike. 2-1 now. And the Friars are into the hit column.
No mistake what he was sitting on, looking for a dead red piece of cheese middle of the plate, and he didn't miss it.
Brian Dozier at the plate. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. From the stretch. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. Oh, a diving effort as it's off his glove. And there is some stick-to-itiveness as they still manage to get the out at first. What a play. Show Track is going to give us a better look at that play. You usually don't see third baseman show off a lot of range, but he certainly did there. And to complete the play, uncorked a good hard throw across to first for the out. Nice play all around from the hot corner. Digging in for his second at-bat, Tommy Pham hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, but as he walks to the plate right here, he feels good building off that last AB. He hit that ball on the screws.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0. That missed. Close. It's ball two. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Line hard. Foul. Here's the 2-1. Hit the other way out toward right field. Bichette is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. One left for San Diego. We'll head to the fourth, still scoreless. All set for the start of the fourth, and set to go is the veteran first baseman, Todd Helton.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. And it's fouled away. The 1-1. This is line to left. That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now. So the leadoff man is aboard to start out the inning.
We take a look at the numbers up to this point. You see he's only given up 2 hits so far today, so he's been hitting his spots all game long. Remains to be seen if he can keep that shutout intact going forward, but I'm not betting against him.
So now to the plate, Dante Bichette, as he'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike 1. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. There's a good breaking ball as it gets the bottom of the zone. Bichette, a former Red Sox, he came here by way of trade earlier this year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expected.
Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now. Changeup, called strike 3 as he rolls his eyes at the call. 1 away.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on 2 strikes, anything that close can go either way.
And that'll bring in Nolan Arenado as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Changeup stays outside and is behind 2-0.
You never want to fall behind as a pitcher, but doing it to a guy like this is even worse. He's got to bear down and execute for the rest of this at-bat, starting right now.
Fouled off. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Runner goes for second. Pitch swung on and missed the throw. He is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely.
You know, I like the aggressiveness there. They haven't cracked the scoreboard at this point, so it's clear they're trying to manufacture something by forcing the action. We'll see if it works out for him.
Popped up. Klesko is there. And that's the second out of the inning.
I'm sure his eyes lit up when he saw that curveball hanging in the zone, but maybe he tried to do too much with it because basically he hit it straight up. No doubt he wants that pitch back, and the pitcher, he just dodged a bullet.
He's set and the pitch. David Dahl is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Well above the letters with the fastball that time. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Rockies strand 1 onto the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. And that'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
Count is 1 and 2.
Here it comes. Weak grounder back to the mound. And that's the first out.
The right fielder, number 19, Tony Gwynn.
At the plate, Tony Gwynn. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here comes the first pitch. A ball and no strikes. Up top, it's 2-0. Now the pitch.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Flipped out the other way towards short. Throw just does get him at first as he was really moving that time.
Now batting, the first baseman, Ryan Klesko.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Ryan Klesko. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. First delivery to him on the way. Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2. No runs, just 1 hit. No errors in the ballgame for the Padres. 2-1 after the foul ball there. Here it comes. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
Now the payoff pitch home.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
And he fouls this one off. And that misses for ball 4, and the Friars are going to have themselves a 2-out base runner.
Well, they've been unable to get to this guy, so they'll take base runners any way they can get him. At the very least, you make him work from the stretch and add to his pitch total.
Eric Hosmer to the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. He's set. Here it comes. Taken off the outside as the breaking ball couldn't catch the corner.
Perfect time for a mound visit right here. Just give him a breather, a chance to collect himself and get back to work.
Throw over to the bag and a dive, but he's back in. The 1-0. Drilled down the line, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Here's a look over to first. Runner back standing. 2 out with the man at first. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Padres leave 1 through 4. Still tied, 0-0. And back at Petco Park in San Diego as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Rockies skipper Bud Black between innings, specifically about his club's offensive output to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. Despite the fact that they've yet to push a run across, the game is still tied, and the pitch count for their opposition is really getting up there. They think that making him work as hard as he has is going to pay off later in the game, and that they just need to stick to the process.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring forth the slugging shortstop, Trevor Story. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. A ball and a strike to Trevor Story. Padres are going to get something going out in the bullpen now as a left-hander has stood up to throw. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2. Curveball, and he buckled him, but it's full 3-2.
Well, that sets up a big pitch right here, Matt, because you don't want to lose the leadoff guy in a scoreless game. It's tough to work around the leadoff walk.
On the ground to third. Taken in by Machado. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Up next to Colorado, the center fielder, Sam Hilliard.
Now at the plate, Sam Hilliard. He drew a walk his first time up. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
Whoa, that's down.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. In there, 1-1. Swung on and missed.
Yep, 1-2.
And he missed with it up and in to even things at 2-2. Full count, 3-2. Dom Nunez is on deck. No runs, 2 hits, no errors in the ballgame for the Rockies thus far. Not quick enough that time, and he's lucky to get another chance. Count remains full. He'll try it again, 3-2. A bouncer up the middle, reined in. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
The catcher, number 3, Dom Nunez.
Striding in once again, Dom Nunez. First time up, he went down looking.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets to 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
No balls and a strike to count. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. 2 out, nobody on. And he'll just waste one there, 1-2.
He wasn't even close to swinging right there. That was a stone cold take.
Here's a fastball in on the fist, and that'll even things up at 2-2. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Oh, beautiful dive. He beat it out. That was a phenomenal stop, but it winds up a base hit, and the inning continues.
Hey, that's a heck of a job by the shortstop right there for him to range, at least get to that ball and show his pitcher with a diving stop. He's willing to get dirty all day long. Wasn't able to complete the play, but the effort was there.
Drew Pomeranz is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season. Here's Charlie Blackmon now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Here it comes, 1-0. Lifted the other way down the left field line. Pham is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. One left for Colorado. Halfway home, still no score. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, I talked with San Diego's manager during the inning break about the Padres' offensive production to this point. And one thing he stressed to me is the need for them to have more competitive at-bats the rest of the game. He told me he can't recall many times where they've been able to get to a full count today. And while that's not always a necessity for success, they've clearly had their struggles today, especially when it comes to making things difficult on the opposing pitching.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Here's Manny Machado now.
The third baseman, Manny Machado.
First offering on its way.
Hey!
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. There's a breaking ball that couldn't quite catch the inside. Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses off the plate. Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
And that misses, ball 4 now. It's a leadoff walk to get the home half of the 5th underway.
Well, they haven't been able to scratch a run across yet, so maybe this walk will jumpstart their offense a little bit.
So coming to the plate, Benito Santiago. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result. That's his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. In there, and it's 0-1.
That was a pretty good fastball after he walked the hitter previous. There was a little angry on that heater.
Now the 0-1. Swings through it for strike number 2. A runner at first with no outs here. And on 0-2 he misses with a fastball. The 1-2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Hilliard will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first.
The center fielder, number 4. Will Myers.
Here's Will Myers, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up.
Yeah, guys, still the only hit in this game so far. They've been pretty well shut down. Guys on the mound have really much controlled the whole outcome up until this point.
In there, strike 1.
Hey, it's not always about filling up the strike zone all the time every inning. He's pitching well as we're moving into the middle innings, but interestingly, less than 50% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Runners on first with 1 down. And this one's in the dirt. Runner holds as the count moves to 2-1. From the stretch. And this one's low here, so the count swells to 3-1. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with only one away. And now time is called here as their pitching coach is going to pay a quick visit to the mound to discuss how they want to attack things here. So 2 men are on with 1 man out. And that'll bring up the power-hitting second baseman Brian Dozier. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. This is in the air out to right field. Bichette is there. 2 down.
Now batting, no left fielder, Tommy.
So it's back to the top of the order now. And up next, it'll be the outfielder, Tommy Pham. First delivery to him on the way. Up and in for ball 1.
He's already walked 2 in this inning already. This guy just can't seem to find the strike zone.
Pham with an even 1-1 count now.
Nice adjustment out on the mound. Overthrew the first one a little bit, but got on top and let that ball rip right out in front of him.
2 men are on with 2 men out. Oh, this is hit high and deep out to left. And that is off the wall. He's in at second safely as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
When this thing left the bat, I thought it had 3-run homer written all over it, but it bounces off the wall, so only 1 run scores. And now a chance for his buddy to return the favor and bring in 1 or maybe 2.
Stepping in now, Fernando Tatis Jr. as he'll swing and lift a fly ball to right center. In there, a base hit. 1 run is in. Throw comes to second. On to second, but he's in safely as 2 runs come across to score away from the play.
Well, maybe the tables have turned a bit. Earlier in the game, the pitcher had his way with him, but he wins the battle this time and in a big way. 2 runs on the board as a result.
At the plate, Tony Gwynn. And a first pitch swing. He hits a fly ball to left center. Dahl will reach out with 1 hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. So they pick up 3 runs on only 2 hits in the inning. No errors, and 1 man left on base. 5 innings complete. The Padres lead it 3-0. Stepping up now, Garrett Hampson. And Dan, he and his fellow top-of-the-order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action, and they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
First pitch of the at-bat.
That's outside.
Looks like double-barreled action now in the San Diego bullpen as they get a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. Swung on and missed. 1-1.
This offense has been underachieving all day, putting way too much pressure on their own pitching staff. Someone has to have a quality AB and get this line going.
Tries to bunt his way on here, but this is a foul ball. That misses, and we're even at 2-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Again, another foul ball. Fouled away. Here's another 2-2. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
Into the box, Todd Helton. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0.
That's ball 2.
Well, this is a spot you'd like to be in. 2-0, good hitter. He's going to turn it loose right here.
Both clubs with 3 hits in the ball game. 3-0 now.
Hey, this is a real pesky hitter right here. As a pitcher, you really like to keep this guy off the bases. This is a guy that kind of sets the tables for big innings.
Lifted the other way down the left field line. And they can't run it down. A good pass at that ball, just a little late, and now the count's full. Hit to first, right to him. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
Now batting, right fielder, Dante Bichette.
So next it'll be the number 4 batter for the Rockies, Dante Bichette, 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Here comes the first pitch. The windup and the 0-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That's not an easy pitch to do anything with, right? 96 miles an hour in on the hands. You almost have to be looking for that pitch to be able to do anything with that.
1-2 now as that's in there at the knees. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul.
He's going to be thinking about that pitch all night if he doesn't have a big game right here. Pulled his front shoulder and everything went with it.
Lifted into center field. Myers is under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Colorado. They trail it here 3-0. Jake McGee is out from the bullpen now as he'll get the call here on opening day.
Number 51, Jake McGee.
And it'll be the cleanup spot for the Padres. Ryan Klesko. It was a walk in his last trip.
Ryan Klesko.
First pitch on its way. 0-1 count and the pitch. Ball 1. The 1-1 is strike 2 swinging.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That could be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
The 1-2. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Waiting on it is Dahl. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Up next for the Padres, the designated hitter, Eric Hosmer.
Stepping into the box, Eric Hosmer. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Yeah, and this is the guy for me. I think this is the guy in the clubhouse that the guys truly gravitate towards. The total package of Eric Hosmer's game is really special.
Swing and a miss, 0-1. Now a right-hander has started to get loose in the Colorado bullpen. Here's the pitch.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a little blooper to center. Hampson ranging into the outfield, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass.
The third baseman, number 13.
So a runner at first now with 1 away, and that'll bring in Manny Machado. Has a look, now the pitch. On a rope to the second baseman, but the runner is back in time to avoid the double play.
The catcher, number 9, Santiago.
Now at the plate, Benito Santiago. He flew out in his last at-bat. From the stretch. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
Man, that's a great take right there. Backdoor slider, just missed the outside corner. This guy must have a really good eye. Most guys swing at that pitch.
Looked like a slider perhaps, but it missed badly, and it's 2-0.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound. This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
Now the 2-0 home.
Hey. I got 3-1. 3 balls, 1.
No reason to sit on anything other than hard stuff in a location you like and drive it right now.
A runner on first with 2 away. Grounder down the line at third, but this will wind up foul as he runs the count full now.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Fly ball out toward left center field. Dahl's in pursuit. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. 1 left for San Diego. They lead it 3-0. Here's Nolan Arenado. Already the beginning of the 7th inning here, as this game has had a very brisk pace to it so far.
Arenado.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
Probably a design take right there. They need base runners, so they're going to make them try to bring the ball in the strike zone.
Here's ball 1 now to the Rockies' third baseman. It's 1-1. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. Two balls, 2 strikes to Nolan Arenado.
With the way this guy's throwing on the mound, you cannot be chasing. You have to set your sights a little bit lower and control the strike zone.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Great spot on that 2-2 fastball. You can't place it on the inside corner any better than that. And As a hitter, there's just not a whole lot you can do with that unless you're looking for it and time it just right. Love seeing a guy that can work the inside with his fastball.
Standing in, David Dahl. No hits to this point. First delivery to him on the way. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. One out, nobody on. 2-1 to David Dahl.
Couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at bat trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Skied down the left field line, and that will end up a foul ball. The 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Long run for the right fielder. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. Trevor Story steps in now. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far. Here comes the first pitch. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. In there, and it's 0-2 now. That misses. 1-2. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. Here now the 2-2. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He's around first, heading for 2. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
And this is just a cut fastball. He's trying to sneak in the back door. He's unable to get it done. Leaves it right over the heart of the plate. And that's just too easy for a guy like this. He's licking his chops as the ball arrives. And he drills it to the outfield for an extra base hit.
In now, Sam Hilliard. As the fastball is swung on and missed. Good location down at the knees for strike 1. And he's got to get on base any way he can with that possible tying run behind him in the on-deck circle. Well, and he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2.
Woo, that was an ugly swing. If I'm pitching right now, I'm throwing that same pitch again. That was ugly.
2 out here and a runner at second. Breaking pitch, and this bounces in front of the catcher.
Yeah, and if you get a guy flailing at a pitch like that, heck, you're going to go out there and throw that same pitch till he proves he can lay off of it.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes.
He went with the off speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
Working for the punch out and the offering. This one sinks low on a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Now the 3-2 pitch. is swung on and missed, strike 3. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Jairo Diaz is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season.
Jairo Diaz.
Bottom of the inning now, and coming forward the veteran outfielder Will Myers.
The center fielder, Will Myers.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Oh, that's 6 out.
Now the 1-0 is looked at for the first strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Just missed with that heater, but even if he wanted to swing, I don't think he could have caught up to that one.
The 2-1. Taken, strike 2.
Great job of doubling up with a fastball inside. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher go in there, but they won't go back in there a second time. This guy's not afraid to pitch inside.
Now a fastball inside, and he works it back to a full count now.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Now the payoff pitch home is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys on this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and it backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
Here's Brian Dozier now, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. The 0-1 pitch.
Nope, outside.
And this is low, ball 2. 2-1. Down the third baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
To the plate now, Tommy Pham, as he'll take strike 1 on the inside corner. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Hey, that's back-to-back really good sliders. I wouldn't be surprised if he threw another one right here. Looks like he's got that slide ball in his back pocket right now.
Dahl will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Padres down in order, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Kirby Yates is out from the bullpen now as he'll get the call here on opening day.
Number 39, Kirby Yates.
Coming to the plate now, Dom Nunez. He's 1 for 2 in this one.
The catcher, number 3, Dom Nunez.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
There's not too many umpires in the game that are going to ring that first strike right there. That was borderline up, even though it was in the zone.
And that one misses badly. It's ball 2. Swing hard liner to left center, and that'll split the gap as it should be extra bases. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Managers these days like to think of that 9-hole hitter as the second leadoff man, and he plays the role pretty well right here. Gets the leadoff double, and now he gives the real leadoff man a chance to bring him home.
And that'll bring in Charlie Blackmon as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. Yates is pretty much a manager's dream coming out of the bullpen. High strikeouts, doesn't walk a lot of batters, usually a recipe for a lot of success.
Oh, that's one of the keys. I think if you were to build the perfect relief pitcher, you'd want a guy that throws a lot of strikes, that minimizes the base on balls, and nobody does it as good as this guy does right now in the game of baseball.
2-0 now. Has a look, now the pitch. Now he goes the other way, and he got a lot of it high and deep to left center field. And that one is gone! So a 2-run shot to left center as it's now a 3-2 ball game.
What a great feeling right there as he circles the pillows. Finally able to get this offense potentially going with one swing of the bat. Being shut out all game, but not anymore.
The batter, number 1.
Standing in now, Garrett Hampson, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. The 1-0.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
No outs, nobody on. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. 2-2.
He knows full well he's sitting on a hat trick right here. All he's trying to do is avoid the golden sombrero.
The 2-2. Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. Santiago finds it, and the throw is there to record the first out.
You know, professional catchers make those plays look easy most of the time, but that was a big play that shouldn't go unnoticed. Had he found a way on, he would have represented a tying run, so that was a nice job there to make sure that strikeout didn't get wasted.
Digging in to try it again, Todd Helton. Here comes the first pitch. There's a shin-high slider laid off for a ball. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. And it's fouled away. Still only one out in the inning. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
At the plate now, Dante Bichette, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Now the 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike. 2 out, nobody on. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Looks like that bomb earlier in the inning kind of put this pitcher on the defensive, not being very aggressive right now.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2.
Hey, I'd like to see a little bit more discipline in that. You get a count in your favor and he's swinging a pitch that bad? Not good.
The 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. The 3-2 one more time. Line hard to center field. And he'll break through with a solid knock here, his first of the ball game. A potentially big 2-out hit as it brings up Nolan Arenado next. The tag, and they'll get him at second, and with that, the side is retired. But the Rockies push across 2, both coming on this 2-run home run. Bottom of the 8th coming up. It's the Padres 3 and the Rockies 2. At the plate, Fernando Tatis Jr. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. The 1-0 home is a strike taken on the outer edge of the zone. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. The 1-1. High in the air out to center field. Hilliard is right there. 1 gone.
Now batting, the right fielder, Tony Gwynn.
Digging in, Tony Gwynn. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
And with his speed, he's one of those rare guys who you'd actually like to see keep the ball on the ground. You can't beat out a fly ball in this game.
1 ball, no strikes the count. A ball and no strikes, here it is. Up top, it's 2-0. This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Had him off balance a bit as this is skied into short left center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, first baseman, Ryan Clutcho.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Ryan Klesko. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First offering on its way. Strike one to start the at-bat. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Popped him up. Arenado in foul ground. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego, and it remains a 3-2 ball game.
Your attention, please. Now,
well, it is Trevor time here in the 9th as Trevor Hoffman is on to try to close this one out. New inning set to get underway, and in next it'll be the perennial MVP candidate, third baseman Nolan Arenado. First pitch coming, here it is.
Oh, that's out.
Here comes the 1-0. Popped him up. Santiago over to his right. 1 away.
Now batting, left fielder, David Dahl.
And that'll bring up the speedy outfielder David Dahl. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch coming, here it is. The 0-1.
1-1.
I know he buried that slider in right there, but that's a dangerous pitch. If he doesn't pot commit and bury that inside, it leaks out over the plate. He can get hurt with that pitch.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. The 1-2. Here's a little chopper up the middle. On to first, and the Rockies are now down to their final out of the game.
Up next for Colorado, the shortstop, Trevor Story.
Rockies down to their final out now, and in to hit next, shortstop Trevor Story. From the stretch, here's the pitch. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Fouled off. A big crowd here downtown. 42,445 on their feet in San Diego. And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Hoffman, formerly property of the Milwaukee Brewers. He became a member of this team after signing as a free agent earlier this season.
Yeah, he didn't have an opportunity to really get acclimated to this ball club. Showing up during the season is not...
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
And a nice job here to come in and slam the door. That's his first save of the season, but it certainly won't be his last.
A 1-run game this afternoon, 3-2 the final finish. The San Diego Padres used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Drew Pomeranz claims the win out of the pen, his first. Trevor Hoffman records the save, his first of the year. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian, we all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
The final line score for this afternoon's ballgame for the victorious San Diego Padres. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors. They left 4 men on base. For the Rockies, 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 45 minutes. Our paid attendance this afternoon at Petco Park, a sellout, 40,209. The Padres thank you for your continued support and remind you to please drive home safely.